Hello, Rand here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Red Dirt Ranch. We're still working on harvesting soybeans and sunflowers here yet this episode, as well as doing some planting. I'll show you folks what I got going on for planting here in a moment. However, I just happened to notice having the yield map here on our, this is soybeans, right? Yeah, this is our soybean field here. Let's actually go look at it on the big map here. So if we go over to the pH, no, we want yield. There we go. Yield. Look at that, everyone. Look at that yield. We're actually getting, I don't know, is that 110? 110. Somewhere around 110% yield on soybeans, everyone. On soybeans. 110% yield on soybeans. Woohoo. So yeah, that's, I thought that's pretty cool. I'm debating, everyone, if I should stop the progress that's going on over here on 104 and just straight up plant soybeans. Kind of debating if we should do that here or not. Seeing what happens. But, yeah, kind of as I suspected, everyone. Last episode when we scanned the field there, the field had not been scanned yet. We started harvesting. We got our default 65% yield, right? That's just, that seems to be what happens for some reason. Again, as I noted, everyone, from what I've been told here, when it comes to the Precision Farming DLC, everyone, if the Precision Farming DLC cannot, like, read the numbers, or if something's wrong with the numbers, everyone, Precision Farming DLC will default to a 65% yield, which is what we've been getting with our soybeans. I mean, it's been 65% yield. So again, before, everyone, we did not have the field scanned, so we could not get any yield data because there was nothing scanned on the field, right? But now that the field's been scanned, everyone, we are getting 110%. And interestingly enough, I don't know, is this all the same? No, there are different soil types, so I don't think something's right, everyone, yet. Because typically, when you go across different soil types, you notice the rest of our fields, everyone, you get varying yield. There's still no varying yield on this field, which is weird. But I mean, 110% versus 65, I mean, we'll take it all day long every day, right? Sounds pretty good to me. So anyway, we'll let that go. Debating. I wonder if we should stop this. Speaking of which, I'm going to go over here, show you folks what I got going on over here. Now, if I can click on it, there we go. We got our Magnum pulling our Pottinger. Here's some 302 or 3002. Yes, 3 meter planter. It is going to take force play another 4 hours to finish this field. This was the only one I could find that does not do fertilizer. Like, I went through the shop, I have planters, seeders. Like, I know I've got seeders in here somewhere that do not do fertilizer. You think I can find them? Nope. At least per the shop, they all did fertilizer. You gotta be kidding me. Like, when I want one that does not do fertilizer, and you think I can find one that doesn't do fertilizer? No. They all do fertilizer. So, like, I'm sure there's something in here somewhere that doesn't, everyone. I know I've ran across, like, ah, crap, this stupid seeder doesn't do fertilizer, and I've, sold it and got a different one. But, yeah, going through it now, when you think I can find one that's bigger than 3 meters. In fact, this, I think, was the only one I could find, everyone. Because even, like, this one, fertilizer. Doesn't say it does fertilizer, but this tank holds fertilizer, so the cedar portion does fertilizer. Does, and I'm actually not even sure this is working yet. We'll have to find out once he gets beyond the area that's already been, I probably should have, like, started him over just a little bit or something, but he's been going around for I don't know how long now. He's already in the part that's already been seeded, so I don't know if he's putting down fertilizer or not. He shouldn't be able to. The seeder doesn't hold fertilizer. The seeder can't put down fertilizer. Fertilizer on course play is turned off. Which, I don't know. We'll see what's... I mean, we had the fertilizer turned off and the seeder empty on fertilizer last episode, and it was putting down fertilizer. Awesome. Anyway. 129 does not have fertilizer on it. I've been looking for a field without fertilizer, everyone. I just happened to see this. Is that, yeah, I got something I can tab down to here. Rather than planting that field, maybe I should just, this has 0 fertilizer, zero nitrogen. So again, when it comes to the soybeans, I've had several different suggestions here. One of which is to make sure there is absolutely 0 zip, nada, zilch for fertilizer, nitrogen in the field. So it says 0. So, I think we're going to bring a seeder down here, and I'm going to start seeding this field. The other suggestion was to remove the unit convert light mod. I don't quite get why that would make a difference, but hey, I'm willing to try. We'll give it a try. I mean, if soybean works and we don't have the unit convert light mod, that's fine. I do kind of like the unit convert mod, everyone, because again, it shows yields in bushels, which at least around where I live, that's far more common. We do not measure crap in liters. Oh wait, maybe that's not true. We measure crap in liters. We measure good stuff in bushels. How about that? So anyway, yeah, whoever heard of measuring their crop in liters anyway? I mean, yeah, we're getting, what would be considered a good yield in liters? I have no idea. But, we're getting 50 bushel an acre soybeans. or 200 bushel an acre corn. Then you get 200 liter an acre corn. I mean, I've never heard of 200 liter acre of corn. That's some weird stuff there. I don't know. But anyway, let's see. So let's go back to the main farm here. I was going to start planting them, but let's go see if we got another seeder here a minute. I know we got another seeder because the John Deere is here. Let's we'll grab the white tractor. That should be able to pull that. I'm going to get you headed down the field. What was the number on that one? 129. Don't think I've forced the course of that field probably, but we'll get one set up for it. We're going to plant soybeans on that field. And it shouldn't put fertilizer down when it comes to soybeans. I'm seeing fertilizer, or soybeans don't need fertilizer. Again, when I say fertilizer, keep in mind I'm talking about nitrogen here. So, anyway, field work mode. Double check, but I don't think I have forced the course. Let's do I have field 129. 11 meter lime, 18 meter spray, 8.7 meter harvest. I do an 8.7 meter harvest course. That's close enough. It's 9 meter seeder. That's not going to hurt it none. And then we're going to go down to field 129. Turn on course play. Whoop, turn it on. There we go. Turn on the power. And away we go. That's pretty good to me. Yeah, we'll leave him to that. Field 126. Looks like we're doing pretty good here. I want to plant corn on this field here. Again, everyone. Before I wrap this series up, I really want to try and see if we can fill this bunker here, at least to get as close as we can. If you didn't see last episode, by the way, we're, I don't know, maybe a third full on this bunker. It's looking pretty good if you ask me. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out here last episode. I know before when I was a little bit, horseplay is making a mess of this, but no, after switching out some equipment, everyone, making some changes and some stuff, and yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. Namely, having the big change over here was to put the 9620 RX on the blade. Seems like a little bit of overkill if you ask me, but we put that tractor on it. That tractor did not get stuck. Seemed like it did a good job. I mean, the bunker is, I guess that's the way Courseplay wants it. Seems like a level bunker might be a better choice, but I guess that's, and interesting enough, Courseplay leaves this out. Why does Courseplay leave this here? Don't know. The rest of the bunker, it's got scraped clean, right? But that it leaves. So anyway, yeah. And then, of course, I went on field 126 there with the pivots. Auto drive is not liking those pivots for some reason, unfortunately. But doing a lot of headlands seems to have helped with that. I'm not going to plant these fields 131, 132 here this time around. Thinking 126, 128, and of course, we're going to work on 107, 106 there. And I'm hoping that'll be enough corn to fill the bunker, at least get really close anyway. So, speaking of well, actually not 107, 128. Speaking of 128, let's head over to 128. Between episodes, I picked up some new equipment here for planting. I've been mentioning a new seeder. This is actually not the seeder I was thinking about getting. It just happens to be the one I had activated. And so, I have not tried this seeder yet, and it looks really good. Not sure who the mod author is. It's not, like, overly detailed, but it looks good. It looks clean. She has the hydraulic hoses that connect. That's very nice. Very, very nice. I like that. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not, like, overly detailed, but looks clean. Looks clean. I like it. Kinsey, I think it was a 3600. I don't know if it has the model number on anywhere. I got the center fill with the fertilizer option. It has a lot of fertilizer options and tank options on this particular seeder, including a... Let's see, was it 23 row? That doesn't make sense. 23 rows. Must have been more than 23 rows. Maybe it was 30, because this is 16. 16 plus 15 would be 31 rows, right? Well, let's go look at it in the shop room. Let's go look. So, Kinsey, let's see if I can find this back here real quick a minute. No idea where I got this one from, Evan, so for anyone asks, not sure. Yeah, the Kinsey, I believe it was this one. So I got that one. That's a 12 row. And we got that one. That's yeah. We got a couple like that. I think there's a red case one like that. But yeah, the one I got, I went 3600. Then there's regular box, and there's fertilizer and extended boxes, and with fertilizer extended, and then there's a 23 row regular box. I don't know why it calls it 23, because that should be more than 23 in it. Let's go count 1, 2. Yeah, there's 16 there. And 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I was right. I think I said 16 plus 15, right, everyone? So 31. Why does it call it 23? 23 row regular box. A little confused by that one. Maybe someone that knows more about the Kinsey planters can enlighten me as to why they call it a 23 row extended box when it has 31 boxes on it. But then, yeah, there's center fill with fertilizer, center fill. Oh, yeah, then there's the excuse me, center fill with the 31 row extension. Again, when these are just, I think, what are they called again? Inner plants, center plants. Can't think of the name of the middle rows here again. It's essentially for a plant like soybeans, everyone. Typically when you're planting soybeans on 15-inch rows, that's the purpose of that. Don't know that they necessarily ever plant corn or anything like that with that, but maybe possible. I don't know. Anyway, let's get some GPS set up here. So we're going to do some planting this episode. And let's do, no, I think you're going to be a 90-degree course. Yes, or, and for some reason, having the key binding for auto width doesn't work for me, so I got to go in the menu all the time and do it. Not a big deal. Never took the time to sort it out. I'm just guessing I think is it Alt-R is for the auto width on GPS mod. It's probably assigned to something else, conflicting. Let's go on the screen and set it that way. What's your reminder, by the way, if you've never used the GPS mod before, what are you waiting for? You are missing out. You definitely got to get the GPS mod, at least if you're a PC player. I'm sorry, console players. Unfortunately, GPS is not available for the console. Hopefully, everyone, hopefully Giants will finally see the errors of their way and actually build GPS. I think I've heard rumors that supposedly it will be. We'll see once. But hopefully GPS will actually be included in the game, everyone. Again, like I said, we've heard rumors that it possibly will be. We'll see once here. We had a lot of rumors back when Farming Simulator 19 was first coming out as well. There was a lot of rumors. Like GPS was going to be in the game. Was GPS in the game? No. There's no GPS in Farming Simulator 19. Not built in anyway. Obviously, modded-wise, everyone there is, but there's no GPS built in the game. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of supposed features, everyone, that were going to be included in Farming Simulator 19 that were not. So we'll wait and see once what actually is in the game. We'll see once. But hopefully, everyone, like I said, hopefully Giants will see the extreme errors of their way and actually include a GPS. And of course, or at least at the very least here on the PC side of things, everyone. If it's not, I'm sure someone will mod a GPS at some point. It's just going to be a matter of waiting. And again, unfortunately, at least for console players, consoles are not allowed to have any sort of third-party scripting. So that's why when consoles are not allowed to have GPS. GPS is a third-party script. So again, consoles cannot have any sort of scripting style mods. And scripting style mods are typically mods that add additional functionality to the game that were not previously there. So again, the game does not have GPS. In order to get GPS, it requires a script, a Lua script to be specific, a third-party Lua script that is not built into the game. Now, I know some folks might be, well, wait a minute, what about Seasons mod? Seasons mod is allowed of them because Seasons mod is actually built into the game. If you remember when Seasons mod first came out for Farming Simulator 17, I believe it was 17? Yeah, I believe it was Farming Simulator 17. And when Seasons mod first came out for Farming Simulator 17, Giant says they were going to put it on the console. And if you remember on the console, when there was an additional update required on the console, that update included all the scripting needed for the Seasons mod. So therefore, the Seasons mod scripting was built into the game. It was added by Giants. And by the way, I don't know that again, I said this before, and I don't believe the third-party scripting is necessarily Giants' fault. So before you folks go blaming Giants for this, as far as I know, it is actually the console creators, the makers of the consoles, that say no to third-party scripting. Again, a lot of it's to do with quality of content on the console. Console makers want their content to be quality, to meet standards, essentially. And one of the ways that they assure that is to prevent third-party scripting, additional scripting that might cause problems or who knows what. So yes, console makers, in particular, everyone, to my understanding, from what I've been told in the past, it's more PlayStation than Xbox. Giants just choose to, hey, make it the same for both, right? So again, my understanding from what I've been told, I'm not a console user. I don't follow the consoles that closely. But consoles, apparently the Xbox, they will allow third-party scripting. So in theory, everyone, GPS would be allowed on the Xbox on the console. Of course, Giants would have to put it on the mod hub so you folks can get it there, but in theory, everyone, it would be allowable. PlayStation, to my understanding, is not allowable. At least that's my understanding. You folks can tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Could very well be. Like I said, I don't pay that close attention to that. Yeah, really a shame, everyone, because, again, GPS mod, of course, I'm sure on the console, if it were to be on the console, there'd have to be probably some additional controls added, something control-wise, so that make the GPS a little more usable. You know, again, on the PC, when we got a mouse, so we can, you know, controls, bring up the menu here. We got all kinds of stuff we can click on. This probably wouldn't be so easy to use in the console realm of things, I suppose. I guess you could just make it so you could tab through all the options or something. That would be a way of doing it. Or make it a little bit simpler. Definitely like it. Oh, and I should mention too, I'm on the tractor. I completely forgot about the tractor. I was busy talking about the planter here. Yes, we do have a new tractor pulling this as well. I was debating about pulling one of our existing tractors, but you know what? It's like we need a bigger, newer tractor for this. I've been saying I want to get one. I was maybe going to grab the John Deere 8320 from the silo over here, but decided, you know what? We're just going to get a new tractor. So, Kinsey 3600, we're pulling it with a Case Magnum 340. Case Magnum 340. Duals all the way around, a couple weights on the front. Not anything particularly spectacular, I don't think, but this is from Carl Farms Modding. So Carl Farms Modding Case Magnum. Thought it looked pretty good. I was debating I'm going to try the AFS Connect Magnum as well, but decided to go with this one. As far as case tractors go, this is probably one of my more favorite case tractors. Unlike going up and down the field, everyone doing some planting. You know what we could probably do is read some comments here. I don't want to read some comments, it seems like. And by the way, again, everyone, thanks for all the comments on various things on this map, by the way. Very much appreciated. Yeah, anything and everything. Like I said, lots of different comments ranging everyone, but especially on the soybeans front of things, everyone. Seeing if we can kind of get the soybeans working here. Again, remove the unit convert light mod of it. We'll see if that makes a difference here. We are getting good yield on 107 here at the moment, so that's cool. But again, everyone, it is a consistent yield, so that's got me slightly concerned because, again, typically, everyone, when it comes to yield, you'll see a variation on the soil types here. We're not seeing that. At least it's 105%. Or 100 was 110. 110%, I'm sorry. 110%. So, cool. Lexion red decals needs to be unloaded. Gotta say, as far as Lexion combines go, I do like the looks of that Lexion, by the way. That's the gray and a little bit brighter green. As I said before, I'm not a big fan of the Lexion color combination, the normal baby puke green and white. No offense, Lexion. That's a nasty looking combination there, if you ask me. The green and the gray, though, I don't know. You folks, leave it in the comments. Let me know. That looks pretty sharp, if you ask me. That looks pretty sharp. Just a little bit brighter green. Maybe the green could maybe use a little bit of work yet, but yeah, with the gray there, that kind of the lightish dark gray, looks good. Looks good. Anyway, to the comments here. SA Farmer was saying we spent $30,000 on a 40-acre field for spraying cotton that had spider mites. So yeah, just for spraying one field here, everyone. This is what SA Farmer was saying. So spraying one 40-acre field of cotton, it cost him $30,000. Yeah, for the non-farmer folks, let that sink in for a minute. $30,000. That's not even including the cost to plant the field, fertilizer. And I'm not familiar with cotton, so I don't, whatever else goes into cotton there. I'm sure there's got to be other sprays and stuff too. But just, according to what SA Farmer here said, everyone, one application to spray spider mites costs $30,000. Yeah, like I said, again, for the non-farmer folks out there, let that sink in a minute. It costs a lot of money, and Farming Simulator definitely does not do a good job of that. It does not cost that much typically in Farming Simulator having to plant a field. Real life, it costs a bloody fortune. Christopher was saying good morning and... Oh, wait. Good video and good morning. Read that in the right order there. Good video and good morning. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Christopher. Always very much appreciated. Christopher likes to leave good morning comments all the time. Nothing like getting a good morning comment, right? Jim left a great comment here, and I keep forgetting about this one. He was saying, great video as always. Keep up the great work. Might want to try the Buster's Straw and Hay Pellet Factory. Yes, I keep forgetting about that factory. I should really try that one. That would have been, I don't know if we're going to do that in this series anymore, not because, again, we're kind of wrapping it up. In fact, if you folks have noticed, I've kind of just left the animals. Hopefully they're alive yet. Oops. Anyway, it's working really great. It has a whole lot easier process to make pellets this way than having to pull the clumsy crone contraption along the windrows to make pellets. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that one. Notice that the crone mod has some major problems with its pickup rate coming loose after... Wait. Major problem with the pickup rate coming loose after a few hours. Oh, this sounds interesting. That causes the machine to fail. Taking it to the shop does not fix the problem, so the alternative is to sell it off as junk, purchase a new one, which really sucks, unless you go with a Buster's Pellet Factory. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Should have thought of that when we first started. Oh well, I did not. One thing, Jim, if you have the thing here, there is, isn't there a like a reset? Delete all vehicles. Oh, wow, that'd be interesting. Yeah, reload vehicle. There's a reload vehicle option. You might be able to try that one. Maybe I don't know if that would work or not. That way, at least you don't have to sell the piece of junk. Farmer Whitehouse was saying, "Are you clearing the old yield map before we harvest?" No, I am not. We have tried that in the past, everyone. On what was the map again? Must have been Flint Hills, I'm assuming, right? Must have been Flint Hills. We've tried that on repeatedly. Did not seem to make any difference that I could tell of one. So, other than you can actually see the new yield. Let's see. Oh, North was also saying the same thing. Here's Jim. Buster's has a placeable pellet maker. Yeah, like I said, I keep forgetting about that one. Joe was saying also the sugar mill is between 110 and 117. Obviously, of course, at this point we found that. Sugar mill between fields 110 and 117. Actually, the 110 and 170, is that what that is? Never even looked. Yeah, 110, 170. Yep, there it is. The annoying part with the sugar mill, and I don't know why the map author did it this way. Kind of annoying. It'd be nice if you had made that a separate property there. But it is part of that large $5 million acre piece, which we have not done anything with the fields on this farm, by the way. We just kind of left that the way it is. The only thing we wanted there was, technically, actually, we got the... What else was up there? No, I guess there's actually nothing else we used on this, was there? No. Because that was part of a different piece of property up here. Yeah, there it is. Actually, we're in the wrong one. There we go. That was the one I was looking for. Yeah, so that was part of a different... Actually, no, that was part of this one, wasn't it? No. This was... Oh, this was part of... That's right. This was part of this property down here, which is weird. Don't know why the map author did that. Kind of annoying. Martha was saying there is a placeable sugar factory you could use. Place that on the map and use that. That actually probably would have been a good idea when I did not think of that. But yeah, that probably would have been a better idea. Then we would have had to cheat in... borrow the $5 million. Yes. Borrow the $5 million there to a purchase that we cheated. Totally cheated in. Because again, the amount of time it would have taken us to legitimately get $5 million. Plus, I wanted to buy this property here, everyone, which is $4 some million. Which we did do that legitimately, by the way. We did do that one legitimately. We do have like a $3 million loan, mind you. $2.7 million, fine, but pretty close to $3 million loan. Stacio Kroll was saying it could be because of the soil type. maybe. Anyway, awesome video as always. Keep up the great content. Love your videos. I've always enjoyed your videos. The videos make me very relaxed. Well, hey, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, as far as the soil type, we were actually kind of discussing this a little bit earlier, but when it comes to the soil type here, if you again look at this map here, he's right, it should be varying because of the soil type, but it's not. So, you know, again, before when we were getting a solid 65%, now we're getting a solid 110%, better than 65, by the way, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, it should still be varying now, but it should be varying. It's not. So, I don't know, weird stuff. Oh, North left another comment here. Make sure you turn off the fertilizer in course play when planting beans. That's a good idea. Well, okay, we noted this last episode. We turned off the fertilizer, right? And it was still putting down fertilizer. Like, what the heck? I'm thinking it must not be anymore. I'm thinking. I don't want to watch where we're going here. I'll have to go check it. I'll probably check that after we're done recording of them, but I'm guessing it's to the point now outside of the area where it's already been planted, so we should be good, hopefully. Brian was saying them trucks have good taste in combines. They want to be unloaded by the John Deere combine, not that ugly green combine. Ah, yes, the ugly green would be the baby future green. Philip was saying they have a 12-meter John Deere disc plow that comes with a pull-behind cultivator, only requires 200 horsepower in the in-game mod hub. Ah, yeah, speaking of which, there's been a lot of great mods being released as of late, hasn't there? Is that just me having, or is there a lot of good mods coming out here? Cultivators and tractors and 3D tracks, and the list goes on. The list goes on. A lot of really good mods coming out here, so exciting to see that. Unfortunately, it's kind of towards the end of Farming Sim 19. In a couple months here, we'll have Farming Sim 22. That's just kind of been the way it's always been. I went for the Farming Simulator series. You get to the end of the end of the time for that particular game. You know, Farming Sim 17 going to 19. A lot of good mods start coming out, and we're probably seeing that here with 19 as well. Getting close to the end of Farming Sim 19. Having a lot of good mods coming out. Now, of course, that doesn't mean you have to stop playing 19. It's just Farming Sim 22 is coming out. Who wants to play 19 when 22 is out? Apparently, there's having a lot of people that like to play that yet. And in fact, there's still people that play 17 yet. Not quite entirely sure why, but anyway, there's a lot of people that like to play 17 yet. And apparently there's even people out there that think the graphics in Farming Simulator 15 are better than Farming Sim 19. Not sure on that one either. Clearly, whoever thinks that one is not seeing the same graphics I'm seeing, because there ain't no way the graphics in 15 are better than 19. Ain't no way. Speaking of ain't no way, everyone, looks like it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time.